welcome, and I want to congratulate you for being here with me, because I'm going to share things that are really seldom shared. Yes, we are talking about hidden costs of success. First, I really want to know, ask yourself, first we are going to start with energy exercise. This is really very important. For me, without energy, no life. Put two fingers, two on the, index and middle, and index and middle on the other hand, and put on these prominences here on the forehead. Close your eyes and inhale very slowly and exhale also very slowly. Exhale slowly, yes, and inhale slowly and exhale also very slowly, and let all tensions, all pressure, everything, all negative energy that was collected during the day to release out of your body into the ground, into the soil, earth. Yes, and inhale and exhale. And these are already very special and very simple exercise, this actual 𝐰𝐸𝐻 exercise for releasing all the stress. When your stress is released, then you are more capable, your nervous system become more capable to think better, to be more creative, to remove all the blocks. Just remember, maybe just today or the past week, how many obstacles, how many blocks you encountered. Some people, they say yes, they had brain fog, and other people say that they couldn't think, or they were too tired or exhausted, or they couldn't find any solution. And all this disappears when you practice really special energy techniques, because everything is about technique, about energy. And also ask yourself, I'm not now in the white audience in the hall, in the venue, so I cannot ask you like personally, but of course I can invite you to think inside yourself. What is the most dangerous place you can find yourself in? And most people find themselves in such dangerous places. What actually I'm talking about? Think about the place nobody knows, but you don't feel safe over there. And think about the place where you can hide and nobody sees you and nobody can reach you over there. Think about the place that is really just your place. What is that place? Yes, this is place inside yourself. So many people, they have on outside a good life. We can see this on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Good pictures. is this all the time true also on the inside, or is just a performance in order that we are accepted? Because on the inside is something insecure, something that is quiet but not okay already for a long time. And actually this is causing brain fog, creativity lack, relationships strain, lack of money inflow, business failure. Yes, exactly this. Because person cannot be, or business owner, leader, change maker cannot be more successful than what person has on the inside. And I really know what I'm talking about. I was that person. Yes, I was. Few years back. No, already many years back. Now it's already more than 13 years back. Something strange started to happen inside myself. I have at home in my clinic, I have plenty of devices, that I can measure how much energy person has in the body and how much energy flows through energy channels through the body. And I saw that energy is really low. Although, yes, it was balanced. This was, at least this was a good sign. Energy was balanced. And I said, okay, this is probably because I work a lot. And I'm quite tired. But then, yes, in only 2 months, in meditation, yes, I lived healthy already back then. So healthy foods, sports, meditation, energy exercises. I was already working in my own company. So I didn't see any reason why actually this is happening. And as I said, in 2 months after I saw these results on my devices, in meditation I received a tough information. One voice came towards me and said, Neja, you have cancer. And I just pushed away, as I usually did, as many people do. When some voice, can you remember some of your experiences when some tiny voice, quiet voice came to you and said, hey, look at this, look at that, or be careful about this, not do that. And we just push away and go forward, push, pressure, and hustle on and on and on. And then, I received this message. No, you have cancer. And as I said, I pushed it away. But thanks God, this voice was very persistent. Neja, pay attention, you have cancer. This was end of March 2013. And I went to the doctor to see whether this information is true or not. Yeah, usually I have a very good intuition, and yes, this information was true. So, at the end of May 2013, I was diagnosed with stage 3+, aggressive form of ductal hormonal dependent cancer with only 5% chances to survive, because all of my female ancestors passed away for cancer. And I was BRCA gene positive, so I had the genes, I was carrying genes for the cancer. So then nothing was more important than really taking care of myself. And the doctors gave me a specific plan. A plan that is most usual a person receives in such circumstances. But again, this soft and quiet, but all the time persistent voice said to me, Neja, no, you need to discover actually what brought you into this specific state of your being. Not just kill everything in your body, all these ill cells, diseased cells, but also healthy cells. You need to find things. And yeah, I know this definition of insanity very well. As business owner, I was listening this for so many years already before. That definition of insanity is doing same thing all over again and again and expect different results. So having this in my mind, I said, okay, all my female ancestors, they decided to take all this allopathic medicine approach, and they all passed away. So this is not the way I want to treat myself. Yeah, it was against everything. Not against that I would fight with them. I was really respectful. Everything I will write, I'm writing my book, Rising by Choice. So everything what I went through will be published in my book, and it will go out to the world end of this summer, so 2026. So I was not against, I was not fighting, but I just listened to myself and I obeyed my inner voice for the first time really strongly. I didn't want to go any other direction. Yeah, it was a scary path, but I said to myself, try something new or fall and go the same way of insanity as my ancestors. Yeah, I didn't know whether I would survive or not, but at least I knew that I need to do something differently, and I went deep into myself, inside. What is going inside myself? Asking what is happening inside me. How long I have been doing this, not being aware. Just, being successful on the outside. Yes, huge numbers. I was also professor at the university, my own business, everything outside. And on the outside, yes, it looked everything perfect. On the inside was not perfect, already for a long time. And here I am, successful story. Because my body finally said no at that time, and I really listened to inner wisdom. what is happening inside. What are my thoughts? What are my feelings? And especially, what are my energies? Because thoughts and emotions are consequence of energy that flows through me and not vice versa. Yes, people many times try to change their thoughts. They try to change their emotions. But when some wave of energy again comes, just today I spoke with one of my clients, and she's also a successful business owner. She said, it's just a split of second when I don't know what comes inside me, and I say something that I regret afterwards. And this is exactly what I'm speaking about. It's energy behind. It's not something that we have control over. It's something that was built already for long time back. And yes, of course, many mind coaches or mind surgeons, they say that they can track mind and cut mind and put together everything in mind. But remember time when you didn't use words. This was a pre-speaking time, at least from 0 to about 3, 4, 5 years old, when you started to form some sentences. And at least from 0 to 2, you couldn't speak, but you have been exposed to different energies, and exactly these energies made impressions on you. And this is this split of a second that my client just said, that energy comes, and before she could stop words with mind, everything is out. And 2 days ago I spoke with another client. She argued with her husband, and she said, I just don't know what possessed me. And we were learning things mentally, how to really stop. So I said, you need to practice energy practices so that you stay in a high vibrating energy state all the time. So these low energy frequencies cannot hit. You cannot drop into these low frequencies where anger, sadness, shame, guilt, procrastination, everything resides. So you constantly like dwell in the realm of peace. And whatever strike or arrow of energy comes from outside, yes, you are in inner peace and you can balance everything. So, as I said, from 0 to 2, at least no thinking, just impressions of energies. And then we go back. What about in your womb, not in your womb, but in mother's womb? Fetus, because you have been fetus in the past, in the beginning. That means that you absorbed, you were soaked in energies of your mother. You couldn't hear her, you just feel her. You just felt her. You just felt what energies were flowing through her, and you absorbed your body was bathing in these energies. And again, these energies, so mother's imprints, made impressions on you. And then, of course, people ask themselves, oh, where this is coming from? Yes, this is coming from, maybe from this life at the beginning. This is like a survival coding, or could be inherited trauma. And what I have discovered during my process of healing, curing myself from cancer, or outgrowing cancer process, was that we bring many energies from our past lives to this life, just to experience them again and cure them. And this is soul impressions, soul imprints, soul energy blockages. And I'm talking also about these soul blockages. So, as I said, on the outside, it can be perceived like everything is okay. But then, some people all the time, they know that some sort of relationships that are not for them, and some sort of path is not for them, but they constantly, somehow in the back, they select exactly the same circumstances, because energy needs to be healed. Energy is what actually guides or conducts your life. And business is not separated from you. Business is just a reflection of you, reflection of your inside. If you're struggling with money, if you're struggling with attracting clients, with your energy, or burnout, or exhaustion, or lack of ideas, or you hit a certain plateau in your business and you cannot go forward, or you have not very good relationships in the business or in your private life, this is everything a consequence of what is going on inside. And you can cure this, because when you go inside, you can find these energies that nobody is talking about. Because energy builds business, strategy only organizes business. This is really so important to know. And I'm going to share now where I have my presentation. Okay. What I actually found out during the process of curing cancer, that there exists 3 laws, very important laws. First is law of design, the second is law of energy, and the third one is law of capacity. we are very good and huge experts in law of design. Law of design is everything what is strategy, planning, time management, mindset, building your muscles, physical muscles. This is everything design, because we are making process of business. We are paving the process of business for success, but we need to have also energy support. All successful business owners, they know that that energy is, or money is energy, and if we have energy, we can attract money. If we don't have the right energy, the right frequency of energy, it's impossible to attract money. That said, there were many scientific research done that showed that people who won the first lottery ticket, the first lottery prize, like million, for example, dollars or euros, whatever, and they actually were in 5 years in bigger misery than they started before they got this money. Why? Because they didn't have this energy to hold this money, and this is capacity. And nobody talks about capacity. How I can explain this capacity? Here I have a wire. This is a wire for transmitting electricity to my phone. And my phone, yes, it can conduct really like low currents. If I put my telephone on 220 volts, my phone is going to break. But if I put on a normal, this tiny cable, because voltage is limited here, it will function right. But for example, for a refrigerator or for deep freezer, we need a larger cable that this machine is running. If we put machine like refrigerator on this tiny cable, no, it will not run. And if we put on this tiny cable some big machine in a factory, it will not run at all, nothing. And it's just the same in our lives. If our body is designed to conduct a really little currency, energy currency, then we are like this phone with limited capacity. But if we put ourselves, or if we make capacity of our body like huge one, then we can conduct larger capacity of energy. And that also means that we can receive much more money. If we are talking about money for business or whatever we want, also love, we need to make ourselves like a big conductor, a big capacity to conduct huge amounts of love. Otherwise, we drain ourselves. And this is the biggest mistake that majority of change makers, that means leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs, soul-led people. So all people get drained, exhausted, burned out with different diseases, hormonal imbalances, because they are not, their body is not conducting the energy that they're supposed to conduct, and they don't have capacity to conduct bigger energies. Yes, here I want to go back to what I figured out through my entire healing process, that majority of wellness industry is talking about how you need to stay all the time positive. Yes, you need to be positive in order to get results. You need to have all the time like high frequency in order to get results. Living in light all the time. Every day ice bath, breathing, pushing, energies all the time up, biohacking, dopamine optimization, showing up more and more. But this is just yang energy, and this yang energy, if we are building only on yang energy and not on yin energy, this means that we are depleting ourselves. So just up, all stimulation, all fire, all movement upward, and this brings to body lack of stability, and then illness cracks in. Traditional Chinese medicine knows these two poles, yin and yang, because yin, yes, of course, we can see yang. This is like fire going all the time up. But yin is something that sustains. This is ground. This is being in rest, being in meditation, being in calmness. Yes, in calmness, nothing is going on inside. But in calmness, your body is actually building your capacity. So it's not just strategy, planning, time management, pushing up, but it's also being in complete silence, being in stillness, without thoughts. In this state, our body, especially our brain and nervous system, catches up everything what we were transmitting, everything what energy are flowing through us. And this is what nobody is talking about. And this is my title actually. Success is draining you if you don't know exactly this. Yang, yes, is moving forward, but yin is building your capacity. And if you don't build capacity together with your yin movement forward, then your body starts to crack. As I said, my body cracked. And I really don't want that any one of you cracks as my body did. So it's very good to start paying attention what actually is going on inside my body, how my body is feeling, what emotions are flowing through my body, what symptoms my body shows. Am I tired? When you go to the bathroom and look in yourself in the mirror, do you see black under your eyes? Is your skin of like bright color, or is like pale and no color at all, like almost like a wall, white? How do you sleep? Do you sleep well? Do you sleep? Do you go to sleep at 10 and wake up in the morning at 6 refreshed? These are really important questions, because through this your body is showing you what is going inside you. Or cracking your nails. Wellness industry, they say, put some cream on your nails to stop cracking your nails. Or many women, they complain that, especially after 40, that their hair is falling out. But this is all a sign that yin is not catching up with yang. So we are pushing, we are moving, we are rising, we are stimulating. We are not receiving, grounding. We are not in calmness, in stillness, in we are not in this state without anything doing. Do you know why actually fingers or nails crack? Nails are, according to Ayurveda, side products of your digestive system. And if your digestive system is weak, then your nails are weak. And if you put some nail polishment or some cream on your nails, this will not resolve what is going on inside your belly. Not just belly. It's not digestive system, it's not just what is going on in your digestive tract, but in your cells, because also your cells have digestive system inside. And if your digestive system inside cells does not work properly, then your entire body does not regenerate. And here we come to another wellness lie about longevity. What is actually longevity? Longevity is capability of conducting healthy energy through your body. Not about, yes, it's about also about eating healthy, and it's about doing energy exercises, but not surgery. This is not longevity. Or putting inside yourself some toxins like Botox. This is not longevity. And or putting yourself in a huge stress in cold plunges. This is not longevity. This is again pushing, pressing your body to really activate. But there is no place for calmness, for being in peace, for building your capacity. Yes, this is all about capacity. Usually people say to me, that I look very young. Yes, I look very young, but I don't have any Botox, and I do plenty of building my capacity so that every move that I do on the outside in my company goes together with this my yin energy, my body, my energy that flows through me. That's why I was able to cure myself. That's why I was able to completely reverse illness, because I found the cause. And not just for myself. I have many people that already worked with me that wanted to find the cause. Why, for example, they hit plateau in their business. What is inside that is not moving them forward? Why their body doesn't allow the higher frequency, higher quantity or larger quantity of energy, that means money, flows through them? Where is the blockage? In that way, I helped also many people with difficulties with their relationships. Why? What is taking their relationships? Peace. I spoke with one of my clients maybe 1 week back, and we went through her conversation with her employee, and she described what she did, how she communicated, and then I oriented her what energy practices to do in order to maintain her peace. And because in peace, you can really find solutions, and you can radiate this energy of calmness. And when you radiate, people are very happy to be around you. When you are in a really good state of being, not mind, being. With this particular client, we did quite a lot already, different energy practices. So she went through my 28-day detoxification process, where I showed her, not just showed her, but I guided her through really a reset of her brain and nervous system that was used to act or react in a certain way, to really start to operate in a different way, because our brain and nervous system, they remember things already from pre-verbal time. So they are wired according to what we have experienced when we have been babies. And with this process, it is called the flow process, we can reverse things, we can reset, and nervous system starts to work or find different pathways, so we can produce different results in our relationships, in our business, in our daily life. I will share a little more of my so this is just to repeat, what are these three laws? Law of design, as I said, this is strategy, methodology, time management, planning, everything. What mindset is also under design, law of design, because you set you prepare your mind for success with this motivational speech, with positive affirmations, with everything that you can do it. It's also building your body, but then it comes the second law, that is the law of energy. So this is what type of energy you conduct through your body, and this you can change. And the third law is the law of capacity. So narrow pipe can conduct really little of water. Really bigger pipeline can conduct huge amounts of water. So it's the same with energy. So here is the flow method. What we do in this flow method: flush, lighten, optimize, and win. Physical reset. This is not the same detoxification processes as you usually see, because we are going to reset brain and nervous system, not just digestive tract. Then energy optimization, because we are working also on your thoughts, on going over limits, over your limited beliefs, limited values, limited identities, not by forcing, but by allowing your body to really bubble up everything what is in your body, so that you can just flush away. And then building capacity. This is not a program, but it's merely a system upgrade. So in the reset, as I said, it's detoxification, nervous system reset, and energy reproduction optimization. How your cells reproduce or produce energy. Not just your cells, but how actually you are connected to your invisible source of energy that is not in your body, but it's in your spiritual origin. So we connect yourself, I help you that you connect yourself with your origin. Then you rise. So how to take care of your energy hygiene, and you become aware of energy leakages, where energy is flowing out energy, because energy, wherever it leaks out, there are blocks, or mental blocks, or emotional blocks. This could be from this life, or inherited, or past lives. And then I teach you also how to master your energy. And then we activate different type of thinking beyond logic. So if something is going on in your head, some pain in your head, I instruct you to find out what this pain is telling you. Not to kill this pain, because pain is your messenger. Pain tells you what is going on inside you, so you can listen and take care of everything. So we are building intuitive intelligence, and with this activate your multidimensional intelligence. How this flow is put together: it's 1 month, 28 days, reset, rise and activate. You get 1 month bonus of the Elite Energy Mastery Classroom, and you have private Telegram group, so for daily support. Whatever is happening, then I'm here with you to really support you. And we have 6 group sessions, masterminds, for deep understanding what is going on. So let's go back. So success is expensive. Why? Because of leakages of energy, because of energy leakages that nobody talks about this. And I hope that I have presented everything in this webinar. So if you have some questions, very much welcome, or to comment, to write something in a comment, or ask me. I'm now here available to for you to ask questions, and I will gladly answer. You can unmute yourself, ask, but you can also write question in the comment. My purpose here, I didn't tell much about myself. I'm coming from Slovenia. I'm Dr. Neja Zupan. Slovenia is the only country in the world that has love in its name. I was brought up by 2 very simple parents. My parents were working in a factory, not very educated. So I struggled quite a lot because I was a bit different. Already as a child, especially when I was 6 years old, I was also labeled as a child with special needs. So I really know how it means to be different all the time. But from this difference, actually now I'm seeing how many benefits I'm bringing for myself, and also for all people that are listening to me, following me, and coming to my programs, seminars. Because yes, I'm thinking a bit different, and different as we are used to think in this normal society. Usually, at least in primary school, teacher and me, both, we had always difficulties to understand each other, until I have learned to speak a bit of their language. So then it was easier, and I finished also secondary school. Then I went to the university, finished there. I finished PhD anthropology, organizational anthropology. Then I started to work in one international company, then as a professor at the university. But I felt really that I'm here for something more. And if you just see, yourself, like looking back 10 years back, and if you probably progressed, and you are now in a different position than 10 years back, that already means that you are capable of doing much more. And I just said to my student about 2 hours back that no wish and no goal, no vision appears if there is already not prepared something that can fulfill this vision or wish. So whatever vision appears, you already have capacity to fulfill everything. And if you ask yourself how, that's the wrong question. Because what I teach in my programs is first align your energy to this goal, to your vision, and then your energy is going to attract your the right mind, the right emotions, right people, right circumstances, right events. Everything will be drawn towards you. So because here is no questions, I hope I gave you something to think and that you go away with some new way of thinking. And welcome to the program, the Flow program, where we reset your brain, your energy, your nervous system for everything good what you imagine for your life, and prepare yourself to attract what you want. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for listening. And we go on next week. I'm in London.